right, so this is going to be my first YouTube video in a while. I was struggling on what to make because I told myself I was going to lock in and do some YouTube. I was going to make some extravagant video. Well, let me not say extravagant, but a more thought out video where it was going to be a bit more edited and whatnot, but that would have took me forever. I wouldn't have come out with anything at all. So instead, I'm just going to start something simple, which is just going to be a review on my promotion, my first promotion to Tekken King in Tekken history. It's going to be review of the set of those matches. Now, the reason I'm doing this is just to put something out there and to give you a perspective of like a blue rank player, because we always get perspectives of high-end players, you know, top tier players, you know, Tekken God, well, Omega, Tekken God, God of Destruction. See, I'm thinking about Tekken 7, like God of Destruction players. We always get their perspective, but we never get their perspective of a blue rank player or just a Tekken King player in my case. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to keep the rank, so I'm going to still call myself blue rank right now until I can consistently, you know, play in Tekken King, get Tekken King on, you know, any character, any account. But yes, I want to like kind of show you my mindset. Not just, it's not for teaching purposes per se. It's more of like something that people might be interested in, to kind of show you my decisions and mindset at my specific rank, because it can help me improve if I have like a bad mindset, if that makes sense, right? So without further ado, let's get into the replay and see what's going on. Go back to the very beginning and explain what I did. So here I do like a back dash once, just in case he tried to do anything big. Then I got caught forward dashing. Now forward dash to close the distance, right? To make sure I didn't give up too much space. Now here, I don't press. I think he misinputted. Now I didn't press because I didn't want to get counter hit by like a mid that he had or whatever. So I didn't press. I do cartwheel, I do a low, I back off. And I don't press anything there because I don't press anything on this whiff. Let me show you. Boom, because I thought the second attack was going to come. Now if I try to press a slower button or even a jab, I feel like I would have got counter hit by the extension to his rising move. So I just sit backwards. Now when he whiffed, instead of doing a whiff punish, right, I just kind of took my frames, right? I should have did a whiff punish, but I wasn't sure, you know. I was waiting for the extension. So I took my frame. He did a weird move and I got the launch, right? And that was a bad combo. I do a big low because I wanted to see if he could react. Maybe it was a bad idea, but I felt like I can get away with trying down back 3+4 just one time. Good chunky low, nice damage, right? He didn't react, so I think I'm okay, right? Then I start doing 4-4-4. I missed the follow up. I get the punish. We do a mix, 4-4-4, and do a frame chop because I thought he might try to move or do something crazy, and that's plus enough to where he can't do anything, right? So against players that are a little antsy, that don't know the frame data to forward, I like to do back turn 1-4 when I think they don't know the matchup, because I know that if they do literally anything, right, that's not like hard duck, they're gonna get hit by back turn 1. It's just a decent strategy, and honestly, in that particular position, I can take the launch. It's fine. So I was late on the punish. I don't think I thought that was the punish. I thought it was -12, but it might be -11, right? So he gets the punish, right? And I duck just in case a low is coming, right here. So punish, backdash duck, right? Backdash duck because it puts me out of range of the grab, right? And I duck a low, that like a slower low that's coming. But he would have hit me with like a tracking mid or something. I think so. Okay, so the reason why I did that, and again, I know I'm pausing it a lot, but it's like, again, the reason why I'm making a lot of the decisions I'm making is because I went for back one. Let me show you. Back one, right? Sidestep, back one, because a lot of King players he was hard ducking. So I was like, okay, he's not really mashing too much, so I'm gonna go for back one pressure. I got the counter hit, and then do that. I didn't want the heating gauge. Instead I did 3+4. 3+4 is really plus on hit, so I just go for a good down 4-3 for extra pressure in a mid mix up. Go for a down 4-1 just in case he tries to do anything. But I did a sidestep into preemptive button, but he committed to Wild Rising 2, I believe, which was my mistake. If I had waited there and just blocked, I would have got something. But because he was like not mashing, I thought I can get away with down for one sidestep down for. So now I take a combo. I made a mistake. See right here? Watch this. Look. Okay, I could have got I could have got the heating gauge, but no. I go for one low. Jab, counter hit. I know I'm +8, but I don't want him to power crush, right? So I do down for 1, something that will beat kind of every option here, right? Down for 1. And then instead of pressing here, I just hold back, get the punish, go for a mix. Mix didn't work. So now I take that. Yeah, I stood still. I stood still and didn't want a hard duck. So I take the king grab. Punish. I waited a little bit, right? He's playing a string game. And I should have died there, but I didn't. And then cartwheel saved the day. And that should be death, yeah. For 4, let me show you exactly why I did that specifically. To show you some of my mindset why I did that. So I didn't do anything in the beginning, right here. See how I did a forward dash, and I waited for a second and then went for forward 4 because I thought that maybe on like if I delayed my timing like that, right, and I didn't like give him too much distance, that he would try and like press like some fast button, maybe even down forward 2 a little bit too late, right, knowing that I wasn't going to do anything, right. So I dash up again. I didn't get the punish. I tried to punish, but you know, sorry. And I'm taking a combo. My mistake. That was an executional error on my part. I blocked it, but I don't know the punish. I probably could have got something. Okay, that I missed input. I tried to do cartwheel. And I did duck. That was a really bad decision, so I take it. I take that, you know. That right there, I think I did down for a 1, but it evaded it anyway. I was actually really mad about that, like when I played the match. But I kept under composure. Break the throw. I should have punished that. Pressure. See, he thought I was going to do something immediate. I know that's plus. And he did it again for some reason. Because what I think is going on with this king is I think that he's played against players that like use smaller buttons like every time, right? So look at that. Punish. And I go small here because in some of the situations he has like setups that I feel like he tries to do jaguar stepping. I think that's what it's called. And he probably catches a lot of people doing that all the time. And that's why when I play against king, a lot of the times I go for down for a 1 more than jab. Because I know they like the hard duck. A lot of kings, for some reason, like the hard duck into that Wild Rising launcher, and they like to do like setups. Get ready for the next battle. So let's go into this next game, and this is the promotion match, I believe, and this is really important because I feel like he gave up in this this game here. So we'll see. 4-4, 4-4 again, and I think I messed up here. This is my back dash, and I'm going for 4-4 a lot, you know, for no reason. That I'm going for 4-4 because I'm playing around a bit, but also to kind of give myself more spacing. I should have already approached because he's being kind of passive. Maybe if I approached with down 3, it would have worked. But I don't know what this king is gonna do, right? I'm not that sharp every time to where I know if my opponent is gonna like go for an insane option. But anyway, to go for a tracking move because I thought he was gonna step off the wall. Get this combo. I do this. Yep. I messed up. No punish. I just went for the heat dash. See how down for a 1 works so well. because he could mass jabs on it, right? Or I could step him. But the reason I play down forward one so much is because the frame data is so good. -1 to me is amazing, and it's a mid check, right? Jab is great, but a lot of players do everything in their power to avoid jab sometimes, and that's where my mind is at. So a lot of the times when I'm playing against certain players, instead of going for jabs so much as such a big initiator, and I know it's important, I do use keep out jabs, but even then, keep out jabs, in my opinion, need to be used sparingly in Tekken 8. At least in my gameplay, my mindset, right? As a blue rank, so you know it doesn't hold that much weight, but this is just what I'm thinking. People make literal game plans, like actual strategies, real strategies around simply avoiding jab. That's it, right? And it's crazy, but that's what they do. They do everything in their power to avoid jab. But instead, in those situations, I use down forward 1, right? Now, it could be stepped, I could be counter hit, but that's fine because down for 1, I can always step after. It's such a safe option, especially if I change the timing on when I use the button, right? And if they're not going to commit to smaller buttons when I'm using my down for 1, because think about it, okay? I could get counter hit using the down for 1 again if I do it on immediate timing, right? He could use down forward 2 1, I believe, on King, right, to counter hit launch me, most Kings at this rank can't really do the combo, but yeah, that's possible. Or I could be counter hit by jab or some 12 frame move or some magic 4, but it's worth the risk in my opinion because the down forward 1 situation is so ambiguous and it puts my opponent into a kind of a box that doesn't allow them to use such insane tools that are hard to deal with. Because if I'm not using down forward 1 in some situations, right, trying to control my opponent a bit better, then I open up this King to just do a lot of stuff that I really don't want him to do so much. But I have to make sure to not be so trigger happy on the down forward 1 or the small pokes, or I can get like easily counter hit. So I take big risk. To me, it's a big risk because I can still get stepped, I can still get counter hit and take a lot more damage than what my button was worth. But if I do hit them with down forward 1, I am +8, so it is really, really good. He keeps doing the Jaguar step and he keeps getting hit by down forward 3+4. Do the mix and do the combo. I finish it. I get the punish. Grab, dead. It was a good round, but I honestly got lucky because he should have like punished me harder for missing that combo. Now I do hop kick there, right? Now that was a complete read. That read made no sense whatsoever, right? But I did it because I thought he was gonna press a button on that timing. But instead of using 4-4, I did hop kick just in case he tried to grab or throw a low. That was literally why I did that. All right, so I run the same thing here. That I wasted the combo, but see right there, I stepped after down 1. Now watch this. I did down 3, right? So instead of frame trapping, which would have worked with 1-1 G clef frame trap would have worked here. I just literally just stepped. Now I could have got a better punish, but unfortunate. This actually converted it to a combo. Insane. Crazy pick. And I think he's dead here. Yeah. But he like kind of like hurt himself with the Jaguar steps or whatever they're called. But yeah, that's my promotion match. I know I was extremely talkative, but again, the blue rank mindset. Hope you enjoyed. Right? I'm gonna put some music behind it, whatever. And please, if you don't know, I'm gonna make content for multiple games, so I'm splitting like my content up into different channels. For now at least, there's gonna be about like I think 3 to 4 different channels. So we have the regular Nozushi channel, which is this one. It's going to be more FGC focused most of the time. FGC, fighting games, Tekken, right? A lot of Tekken and other fighting games, maybe even 2XKO coming up in a little bit, especially when they release my favorite character, which is going to be Caitlyn. So I hope she comes out. The second channel is Nozushi Gaming. Nozushi Gaming is going to be really important because that's where I'm going to be playing Marvel Rivals and other FPS games and just anything variety. So I have Silent Hill F lined up on my list to play games, and that is going to be probably posted on the Nozushi Gaming channel. So look out for that. I'll post a link in the description of the video. And then also we have Nozushi Art. For the off chance that I do make art content on YouTube, I will be posting it on my Nozushi Art channel. It may or may not be FGC or gaming related, the type of art I do. But if I do like any speed paints or I do any art talks, it will be on the Nozushi Art channel. That's what it will be on. Or Nozushi Draws. I think Nozushi Draws is better. It just depends. But whichever one I decide, I'll put it in the description. The fourth channel, I don't really think I have to make, so I'll just keep it at 3 for now, and that is going to be what I'll be posting. So I'll have 3 YouTube channels, right? If you wanna support the other channels, go ahead and support it. If you like FPS games or variety games, definitely follow the Nozushi Gaming channel. If you like art, go follow the Nozushi Arts, even though I'm not sure how much I post on there, but definitely more content coming for this channel here, the Nozushi channel, the original, and also the Nozushi Gaming channel coming up soon. But my art, if you want to see just my standalone art that I make, my Twitter, I will post it. But if you want to see an art focused Twitter account or social media, definitely follow me on Twitter, which is going to be Nozushi Art if you want the art, and just at Nozushi for my normal stuff like FGC related and all that. So thank you and have a nice day.